What the fuck is good, YouTube world? It's Coffee. Tapping back in with another one, man. Got a few topics to jump off into. So let's get it. Smash them buttons. Fluck with me. Hit the comments, man. But first up, y'all see this footage rolling here. The baby. And I like, what do y'all make of this, man? I don't know. Is it just me or does this look awkward as fuck? Like he tripping all over, stepping all over, trying to kiss a fan. And she's like, yo, like, what do y'all think, man? Was his breath funky as fuck? Or was she just like, yo, fall back, man, you thirsty McGursty. I just wanted an autograph or a picture. I don't know. I just thought this was funny. I wanted to get everyone's take on it. You know what I mean? Coffee ain't exactly a comedian, but every now and then we got to crack a couple jokes and whatnot. Then next up, this really had me laughing, man. As is posted this, as we know, the slap heard around the world. Jada, Will, the Oscars, Chris Rock, all that, the entanglement, it all continues to dominate the news headlines, the news cycle and all that. But as is, yo, talking about jokes a moment ago, this is a funny ass joke. He said maybe Pac faked his death just to get away from Jada. Yo, comment, guys, come on. I know a lot of y'all don't like as is or whatever, you know what I mean? Because he said he going at M. But this is a good one. Comment, y'all. Comment. Ain't this a good joke? But real talk, all jokes aside, as we continue to, delve into this topic and more stuff, becomes more clear to us. The whole Tupac Jada thing, it's like I'm still trying to figure out if that letter from Willow Smith, their daughter, if that's real. That's really bugged out, man. Comment, guys, do you think that's real? I haven't really, trying to fact check that. It's really hard to find out much about that. It just feels like it's got to be fake. But real talk, if it's real, I'm not the first one to say it. Other content creators that I've heard speaking on this have said, if your child, the parents are married and the child is writing a letter to a dead man asking him to please come back so her mom can be happy, that's no good, man. Plain and simple, that's no good. And also, guys, but yeah, Jada's bugged out. She really is. But also, have you guys heard this? This issue was crazy to me. And I got to be careful how I articulate this, right? But reportedly, this blew my mind. Reportedly, a certain company sponsored the Oscars, right? Had money behind the Oscars. And this company is said to be working on a cure for alopecia. Whoa, right? Come on, we gotta be careful. Like, y'all probably know who the company is. Comment it, guys. Be careful how you do, though. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know they steady cutting Coffee stream off and all that, right? But I don't know. This just sounded a little too over the top. We got to dive into this topic a little later. I'm wild busy today. Got to go hit the office and all that. But I really want to get a live stream going tonight. I know I keep telling y'all we going to get back to the lives, get real active with them. We got to talk about all these topics. So make sure you tune in, call in, chop it up with Coffee. But could that be what this was all a play about? Or is that just too much? Is that just rumored? That this is just all a play to get us talking about alopecia? I mean, they say BIGPH @RMA controls a lot, right? Next up, man, some very disturbing allegations are coming out. Comment, guys, and let me know what you think about this. A rapper that I'm a huge fan of, and I know a lot of people are as well. Comment if you're a fan of Kurupt's music. I don't know if you guys have saw Reggie Wright Jr. Did a video via Bomb First, and Whack 100 was on his Clubhouse 100 vibes talking about it over on his platform. Some very disturbing allegations that Kurupt is on some Wicket-ish. That back in the day, first he said that Kurupt was messing with Foxy Brown when she was underage, and they was also throwing Hov's name into it, saying that Jay-Z was as well. But beyond that, on some real wickedness, Reggie Wright claims that way back, Kurupt was messing with a 14-year-old girl from junior high school. And he claims, this is what's wild about it, Reggie Wright claims that he participated in the cover-up. He was saying, the parents were on some R. Kelly victims vibes where they were like not pressing charges. They took a payment. There was a cash payoff involved, and it was all swept under the rug. But reportedly, allegedly, Suge sent home Kurupt to get his mind right for a while or whatever. It was like, yo, you got to go for a minute. But what do you guys think about this? Could this be true? Was Kurupt really on some wickedness? Like, as I stated, I'm a huge fan of Kurupt. Musically, as an MC, man, I always point out that Kurupt, like, he gets props and everything, but he's just, like, on some real lyricism, involved in a lot of, like, the Horseman Project and a lot of other stuff, and calling out names, one of the hardest diss tracks of all time. So obviously this is disturbing to hear. I'm just pointing out, though, that, like, Kurupt is a beloved MC, and I don't know, like, I feel like a lot of people right now are saying, nah, man, please don't be true. Please don't tell me Kurupt was out here on some R. Kelly-ish. But getting back to what Reggie was talking about, it's wild that he, if this is indeed true, he confessed to taking part in covering it up. Comment, guys. We'll talk more about this later as well. Some real quick NFL sports news. I just did a whole video about Stefon Diggs, the Bills, DK Metcalf, speaking up for Russell Wilson, you know what I mean, as Crowder was throwing some shots at him and Sierra, their relationship, future, and all that. There's a whole video. I'll pin the link to that below. We talk about Diggs' extension and all that. But peep Josh Allen's reaction and response to the news of Stefon Diggs' big extension here. It's just one word. He's like, yeah. Josh Allen, not heavy on the social media, and that's cool. He focuses on the field and the game out there, right? You see, he don't got time for social media. You see also when Trayvon Diggs was trying to lobby for his brother to come to the Cowboys, trying to recruit him. Same thing, one word answer. No. But go check my video out where we talk about a lot of NFL stuff. Once again, link pinned below.
When Jay-Z creates this whole drug dealer, drug lord, I'm a drug dealer, I'm a drug lord, these kids, and we got to do it too, to be like Jay-Z. Not knowing that this is all made up shit.
Jay was involved in...
No.
Hold on. I interviewed D. Haven, who was his drug dealing partner.
Right. No, not partner. He was the drug dealer.
And Jay was with him.
Jay was eating chips. How do you do that? No, D. Haven. D. Haven knows the truth.
Right. And
he's not.
Jay was involved, but he was not the kingpin that he lays out in his music.
All right, so check it out, guys. What do you make of all this here? You hear those clips? That was Faizon Love during a Vlad TV interview talking about Jay-Z. Like, they were discussing and debating a lot how, like, hip-hop and, the way the culture has changed, and how, like, way back in the day, there was street elements to hip-hop, but it wasn't pushed necessarily the way that it is currently, that it's evolved more over the years into violence. And, like, they were pointing out how in the 80s, like, Scott LaRock was the only person really killed out of the hip-hop world. And, how currently, unfortunately, this is just something that happens all the time, rappers being killed. Like, real talk, it's dangerous to be a rapper, and it's a damn shame that it's like that. But that wasn't all that he said about this. He's basically, in a sense, blaming Jay-Z for pushing, like, that dope dealer kingpin image to the youth, who then try to live that way and all that. And he's dissing Jay-Z, saying Jay was basically fronting. He wasn't really living like that, like he was saying Jay-Z was more or less around guys who were out there getting it, and the stuff that he was talking through his music, that he was telling someone else's story. We've heard this about multiple rappers, you know, but he says, what did he say? I criticize him for it because it's kind of his fault. Jay-Z creates this drug dealing drug lord. I'm a drug dealer. I'm a drug lord. These kids are like, we got to do it too, not knowing this is all made up ish. Well, it seems Jay-Z has responded to this. Let me know if you guys heard this new track, Jay-Z, King Push, Neck and Wrist. He says right away off the rip, I guess, first lines of Hov's verse, he says, the Faizon love, I wouldn't believe it either. I'd be like, Jay-Z's a cheater. I wouldn't listen to reason either. All I know is he's a felon. How is he selling? So, seems clear to me he's mentioning Faizon love. And listen, we talk about this all the time, like square life. Jay Coffee's a square, I'm a nerd, you know what I mean? As they're talking about, he's saying that like the youth tries to emulate this and it's Jay-Z's fault. No matter what art like you're watching or you're taking in, whether it be movies, gangster movies, sports, boxing, I don't know, it's a contact sport, right? Hip hop, some of the street stuff, like people just like, you can take in the art and enjoy it without like having to model your life after something, right? I mean, it's entertainment, it's art, it's poetry, it's whatever. But I don't know, guys, comment and let me know if you think Jay-Z's been fronting and, you know, a cap artist through his music. If you believe Faizon love is on the money with what he's saying here, or you think he's on some fluck-ish and just talking out his ass. Faizon love been wild controversial whenever he's been in interviews for the past year and a half, right? Like he's always going at somebody. Who is it? Dave East? A lot of stuff with Faizon. But and also let me know what you think of this King Push Jay-Z track, his response. Jay-Z's always slick with the way he throws it in. What did he say? The Faizon love, I wouldn't believe it either. The way he threw love in there. But that's all I got on this one, guys. Jump in the comments. Let's talk about all these topics. I thank y'all for tuning in. As always, for new viewers to the channel, it's J Coffee Talk. We talk music, news, sports, current events, life, and much, much more over here. Always want to hear from the people in the comments. That's what we do. We debate, we discuss. So subscribe, stay tuned, and I'm gone.